Good evening, friends. Welcome to this session. Welcome, Lena, as always. Nice to see you. And nice to see you, Sunita. Always welcome. So it's really nice to see you, and thank you for always supporting us, Lena and Sunita. So now let's move on to the first piece of news. So let's just, yeah. So we're talking about Samir Wankhede, who's back in the news now. Welcome, Gloria. Always nice to see you. And now the Central Bureau of Investigation has informed the Bombay High Court on Tuesday that it will complete its investigation against former Zonal Director of Narcotics Control Bureau, NCB, Samir Wankhede, in the Cordelia Cruz bribery case within 3 months. Now, during the hearing, Wankhede's lawyer, Abad Ponda, pointed out that the agency had been taking adjournments on the grounds that Solicitor General Tushar Mehta wants to argue the case for the CBI and has been taking adjournments due to this since the last 2 years. Now, Ponda submitted that this delay by CBI was affecting the officer's career. The CBI informed the Bombay High Court on Tuesday that it will complete its investigation against Samir Wankhede in the Cordelia Cruz bribery case within 3 months. Now, during the hearing, what the lawyer has been saying is that he was he took time off to pursue this, but he has been Samir Wankhede has now moved to High Court seeking to quash the case and also sought interim protection from any coercive action. He had been granted interim protection from arrest in this case. Now, Aryan Khan and several others were arrested by NCB in October 2021 for alleged possession, consumption, and trafficking of drugs. Later, Aryan Khan was granted bail by the High Court after spending 3 weeks in jail. The NCB investigation was then handed over to a special investigation team, which subsequently filed its charge sheet but did not name Aryan as an accused in the case, citing lack of evidence. Now, this relentless hounding of an officer as ostensibly honest and exemplary as Samir Wankhede raises serious questions about the integrity and the impartiality of the CBI. The CBI's recent assurance to the Bombay High Court that it will conclude its probe into Wankhede regarding the Cordelia Cruz within 3 months only intensifies scrutiny on their motives. Now, one knows very well that the CBI cannot be trusted at all, because in the SSR case, it has proved that they are not even interested. They are interested in telling Ria that you are free, you have not done anything, please go wherever you want to holiday, even Bermuda, wherever you want to go, you just go. So that's how the courts are working, because just some months back, Supreme Court judge, there was a fire in his house and they found stashes of money in his cash in one of the rooms. Now, nobody has even pursued that, because they just decided that he should be shifted out of his house, but that's all. Everybody knows what is the status of the courts. And when, someone like Aryan, who is the son of a superstar, is let go, then questions are again, come back as to what is important. Is it power and money, or is it integrity? Samir Wankhede, is an officer who has been pursuing all these cases with such dedication. And look at the kind of, crap that they gave him, right from the Uddhav government to present Fadnavis also. Are they bothered about, even retaining or bringing back such a officer into their, fold? They're not, because they're scared. Then the truth will come out. And then a lot of the people in their party will, have to face the consequences. Welcome, Aban. Always nice to see you. Welcome, Fennel. Violet. Always nice to see you. And Sunita. Welcome. Even in Telangana, many film celebrities from Tollywood were called upon for hearing of drug cases during a KCR time. But man, nothing happened. Heard that these people use the loopholes in law. This is absolutely the truth, And Sunita says, heard these people use loopholes. Yes. And engage such lawyers to come out neatly. But look at the time that Samir Wankhede has lost. He could have been used in any force to bring out all this corruption and all that. But you see, these kind of people are put in the background. While is law the same for these days, for all these days, or is it only money that counts? Yes, that's exactly what we were discussing. The victims are punished and the criminals are set free. This is how everything seems to be working. And it's very sad that, when he had all the proof, including WhatsApp talk about, between Aryan and others about drugs, and even that was not taken into account. So, which means that, see, who's bothered about the truth and who's bothered about, giving justice to anybody. So that's the kind of status in, at least as far as now, Mumbai is the worst. Police stations are, guarded by people who are friends of Riya Chakravarti and Mahesh Bhatt types, right? And you look anywhere, there is nobody, willing to give justice to people. So many people have suffered. And now the latest is Shefali. Apparently, they say that she was fasting and she died. But there was no food that was prepared for Prasad. So how was she fasting? This is a question to this husband who's doing every sort of what do you say, clownish behavior to show how much he's fond of Shefali. Even getting the dog into the picture and saying the dog is sick. That's how funny and crude Bollywood is. They don't even care about anyone's feelings. And then they say, it's so easy when it's in SSR's case or in Jia Khan's case and Shefali's case. They say that it's depression, and that they were taking anti-aging tablets and pills, and all this affected them, and that's why this would have happened. So they come out with different versions of Bollywood script to support them. It's sad that even the government is also not concerned on what all is happening under their nose, is what Violet is saying. Now, moving on to the next piece of news. You've guessed who this is, and he dares to come as Lord Shiva. He tries it again and again. I don't know for what. And look at the way he looks. More like a junkie. Now, this fossilized actor who loves to work with girls half his age, we're talking about Akshay Kumar, has truly cemented his status as Bollywood's premier joker, proving once again that why he's social media's favorite punching bag. This time, the grand revelation comes from his latest cinematic masterpiece, Kanappa, where he's allegedly, and by allegedly we mean quite obviously, caught reading from a teleprompter. Now, one might think this is, groundbreaking news, but fear not, for this controversy is just a charming little sequel to the exact same viral moment from Sarfera earlier this year, where eagle-eyed viewers also swore they saw him glancing at a teleprompter. But why let a thing like consistent public perception bother a man so dedicated to his craft, isn't it? Despite the previous backlash, Akshay Kumar remains gloriously unfazed. And this is a true testament to, the fact that he doesn't even need to commit lines to memory. And so how did they find out this? They say that this time he was reading from a teleprompter in his new film, Kanappa, and it came after a similar viral moment from Sarfera. At this time, the viewers claimed to have caught him glancing at the teleprompter and reading his dialogue. Despite the backlash he received, Akshay Kumar remains unfazed. And in the new clip, he shows the actor dressed as Lord Shiva delivering an intense monologue from a teleprompter. However, a close-up of the scene sees the actor's eyes moving from left to right, which citizens are now claiming that he was allegedly reading lines from a teleprompter off camera. Some even claim to spot white reflection in his eyes. The video quickly spread online, reigniting conversations around the actor opting to read his lines rather than learn them. Fans and critics alike took to their handles to express their disappointment. One wrote, and then he brags that he needs just one day to prepare for a character. He doesn't prep. He just reads off a screen. No wonder it shows in his performances. So this is how lazy these actors are. First of all, how do they have even the gall to act as Hindu uh, deities who we revere. So sometimes he's seen dancing, sometimes he's seen smoking. So I don't understand why he can't do that with other religions. Since he's so bold, why can't he do it? Har Har Mahadev, Meenaji, same to you. uh, Ma'am saw an interview of Zarina Wahab today in Telugu. It seems she's acting in Telugu film starring Pravas. She's much in demand even in Kerala movies, Sunita. So they are, see, they are a part of the cabal because, see, you will see that people like Jackie Shroff, certain people are, even used in multilingual movies, like, this character from Kerala called Shine, who they say is allegedly into drugs. He's also very much in the scene, and he's constantly hitting at Hindu names and creating a controversy. And then you have other people also, very familiar faces like these in multilingual, multi-language movies. So these people, I think they are, what do you say? They're given these roles as a thank you for perhaps something that they're doing. Vishali says, we might have done something bad in our lives that we have to come across Bollywoodians like Akshay Kumar and others. Absolutely. And Sunita says, Ma'am, Kannappa is a flop film in spite of its budget. People who watched the film said that Shiva and Parvati acted by Akshay and Kajal Agarwal were looking like serial artists. And look at the person behind, it's Mohanlal, and everybody looks like, clowns from a sort of a stage show. So that's how weird it looks. Yeah. So moving on to the next piece of news. Now it's a stark revelation of the moral decay when actors positioned as youth icons find themselves mired in a scandal. Now Vijay Deverakonda and Rana Daggubati, who try to always hog the limelight in the south, alongside 27 other personalities including Prakash Raj, Manchu Lakshmi, Nidhi Agarwal, Ananya Nagala, and Srimukhi, have reportedly been booked by the ED for their alleged involvement in a betting app scam. This certainly paints a grim picture for those looking up to them as influencers. Now, the ED's case is based on the FIR filed by the Hyderabad Cyberabad police, officials said. The case involves violations under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The ED has taken cognizance of promotional activities carried out by a wide range of individuals who endorsed betting platforms, thereby encouraging users to participate in unlawful online betting. The police had registered a case in Telangana against several celebrities, including popular actors and YouTubers, for allegedly endorsing illegal betting apps. The FIR was lodged based on a complaint by a businessman called Fanindra Sharma. The initial case was filed against actors promoting illegal betting apps in the month of March. Now, CNN News has accessed the details of the FIR. According to the complainant, these betting apps handle large amounts of money on their platforms, which results in massive financial losses to individuals, especially from middle and lower class families. Lakhs of rupees are involved in these illegal platforms, and it is also leading many families into distress, especially those of the middle class and lower middle class. The FIR says that endorsing such apps on social media encourages financially vulnerable individuals to put money into these apps, leading to massive financial instability. The FIR also states that these celebrities take money from such illegal apps to promote them. Now, ED has registered CIR in the matter and will investigate the case. Several celebrities have been questioned in this connection in the Mahadev app as well. Now, friends, I must tell you very, as mentioned in what we just explained, we have these, vendors who, use carts to sell vegetables and such stuff. And one of the vegetable vendors who I used to buy regularly from, he said that, his son and daughter-in-law were into this betting. And they lost so much of money that he had to, sell everything, his house, his plot, everything to repay the money. This is how these vultures, now look at them, Prakash Raj, Raghupati, and Devarakonda, all of these are vultures. They don't care about the younger generation. They don't care about your sons and daughters. They, as long as they get their ad money, is all that they are concerned about. Now, if your children lose money and you have to beg and borrow to repay the money, they don't care to whose. Then why the hell are you watching their movies? And why the hell are you promoting them? Is my question. Welcome, Shweta. And all would seem to be the same, from nepotism to Hawala to power struggles. Welcome, Shweta. And Sunitha says Manchu Lakshmi is the elder sister of Manchu Vishnu, who produced and acted in Kannappa. They're all a gang. I've heard of workers wanting to commit suicide because of the money they have lost with these apps. Absolutely. And never heard of her, Sunitha, is what uh, Vishali says. In fact, there were cases where even allegedly they were caught in some drug scene as well. Vishali, that's what I heard. Okay, these Bollywoodians are making a mockery of our Hindu gods and goddesses. They think they will win our hearts by portraying such characters, but in vain. We really don't care about them anymore, is what Fennel says. Absolutely. And Sunitha says, and these days Manchu Lakshmi shifted base to Mumbai as she too is involved in blah blah blah. Yes. So now, see what happens, Sunitha, Leena, and Fennel and Vishali, is that the people who expose this also are, they try to shadow ban them. And what happens is that we don't get enough viewers, because see, if someone, who is what you call a Bollywood PR, like all these Pinky Veela and all that, they will get lakhs of views. But people like us who are fighting this injustice and fighting the wrong, exposing corruption, are the ones that they are scared the most. Because when the truth comes out, they want to control it. They don't want people to know the truth. The very reason that Bollywood was boycotted, because so many people on YouTube started exposing the hanky-panky right from SSR. So this is why they, all are together. So to the question that someone said that Zarina Wahab is acting, in, state, other movies like I think it's Telugu movies, is because these people are like a clique and they stick together. The moment they are apart, their strength goes. And that's why they are always together. And these days, much yes. Leena says Hindus don't give fatwas. That's why Bollywood misbehaves with our gods. Yes. Moving on to the next piece of news, we're talking about Kapil Sharma. Now, his cafe or restaurant in Canada has come under attack. Now, his restaurant cafe on Friday issued its first reaction following an attack by Khalistani extremists in Canada, Surrey, saying it is processing the shock but not giving up. In a post on Instagram, the restaurant said, "We opened Caps Cafe with hopes of bringing warmth, community, and joy through delicious coffee and friendly conversation. To have violence intersect with that dream is heartbreaking. We are processing the shock, but we're not giving up. Thank you for your support, your kind words, prayers, and memories shared via DM means more than you know. This cafe exists because of your belief in what we're building together. Let's stand firm against violence and ensure Caps Cafe remains a place of warmth and community." So now we do not know whether it is, the eternal, phantom who walks. We're talking about Bishnoi, who's giving these threats to Kapil Sharma and his cafe. Also, the Great Indian Kapil Show, which returned to Netflix for season 3. So far, 3 episodes have been dropped. The season opened with Salman Khan as a guest, promoting his film Sikandar. As per Netflix data, viewership has been on the decline since the first episode of the show. Now, the Great Indian Kapil Show opened on the 7th spot in the global top 10 non-English shows The first episode with Salman got 1.6 million views and was based on total hours viewing divided by runtime. These were good numbers. Then the second featuring Alia Bhatt had 1.2 million views, and so the numbers have been declining since the first episode in week 2. When the second episode dropped, featuring the cast of Metro in Dino, the show registered 2 million views collectively and 4.5 million viewing hours. While this is 400,000 more views than the first week, these are cumulative views of 2 episodes. And the third week, with the new episode featuring cricketers Gautam Gambhir, Rishabh Pant, and Yuvendra Chahal, among others, had only 1.2 million views cumulatively. So now you see that this show itself is not doing very well. So, ma'am, yesterday in a channel saw that Kapil's net worth is 1,000 crores. He had nothing initially. Well, there is a much more to it, I'm sure, Sunita. This is all, when movies are not hits, they say that these are blockbusters. So we know what is, the truth behind it. Minaji, truth is always bitter to taste, but you keep going as you're doing a good job. We stand with you. Even 10 genuine views who support the truth is more than enough. More power to you. Thank you for all that support and also these motivating words, Fennel. Always welcome that. Pinky Veela is there just to whitewash these people. Am I right? Absolutely. And there are many others, like Bollywood bubble and all that. They literally lick, I'm not saying what, so let's not even get into it. Getting money hook or by crook, even Malika Sherawat lifestyle is so luxurious that with even a hit movie, from where will they get money from? Absolutely, well said, Vishali. Fennel says, heard Big B is preparing again for the next season of KBC. Please knock on the door of Bishnoi. Salman Khan needs to be punished, says Vishali. Says Violet. Was that Vishali? Yes, Vishali. Kapil Sharma, since the show has always been bringing down common people and full of vulgar jokes. So never been a fan of his. Yeah, I agree with that, as well as Vishali. And guys, please like this channel once we are done. Thank you. See, because what happens is that they try to control, a lot of the YouTubers who speak the truth, and they think that by, making their lives difficult, Bollywood will come back to power. But the fact is that just like every other thing, when you keep giving us stale stuff, there are no takers. That is something you must understand. Moving on to the next piece of news, we go to the latest news, being pushed by none other than Ekta Kapoor. And now the once upon a time politician, Smriti, is desperately shouting herself hoarse, insisting she's a full-time politician and a part-time actor. All thanks to the resurrection of Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi. It seems Ekta Kapoor is pouring resources into flogging a thoroughly deceased horse, or rather someone the public has long since forgotten. These days, if you mention Tulsi, people immediately think of, tea. And they say, oh, which brand is that? So is it, is it good for the throat? So they say, no, it is Smriti we are talking about. Smriti as Tulsi. So now Ekta Kapoor is spending all the resources, especially the amount of money that Jitendra has made selling their property in Andheri. And a lot of that is being thrown on her best friend, Smriti Irani. Now, see, with the return of this serial, the question then comes up, kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi is back, but who asked for it? Is the question. Then, yes, they keep on saying that, see, it used to bring family values, it used to teach audiences what an ideal woman should look like, but is it really relevant today when women are actually chasing dreams beyond the kitchen? So these are all questions that are being asked every time Ekta Kapoor opens her big mouth. Now, they say that some journeys are meant to be taken again, and then of course they start their whole sentimental thing about how these values are still very, very relevant It's as though Ekta Kapoor, who has been given umpteen sort of FIRs for showing oversex stuff on her altar, Balaji is now saying that, see, she's going to bring all the purity of family life into this rehashed and old serial that they're bringing back. So let me just take a few uh, comments. Vishali says, all the nonsensical channels get more than 1 lakh subscribers. One lead lady just keeps. Yeah. So now you understand, friends, that this the relationship, which is one of the reasons, perhaps, we do not know, because all of you keep saying that. See, this could be one of the reasons why Ekta Kapoor has been protected from arrest, because there were so many FIRs put against her and against her mother. And that, how was she protected? Who were the people who were protecting this woman and her mother? In fact, she had to keep changing companies and whatnot to make sure that she is not she doesn't come under the scanner, you see. So while it says Ekta Kapoor had ruled the silver screen long time back, someone please tell our ancestors were a fan of her. She is, but not us. We're all grown up and don't want to watch her damn serials anymore. And Fennel says these Saas Bahu serials are actually giving ideas to these real women in homes on how to create a tiff among members and break homes. Absolutely. And they pay to hike up viewership. And also, see, it's in their serials, it's so easy to kill people. So kill people and to poison them. And this is not only restricted to Hindi. This woman has monopolized the whole TV scene in the whole of India. So when I asked a person from AsiaNet who was connected to AsiaNet, I said that, see, why don't you bring in healthy, good serials which teach, the modern generation something good? So he said, no, the whole thing is bought by them. You have to push these serials. So you understand the kind of clout this woman and other such people use to push their, stupid content onto the youngsters. Now we are going to have not one, we are going to have double, it's like a double decker. We have to watch both these people. And every day this, Ekta Kapoor's PR is going to dole out stuff for you on Bollywood. So you can imagine the kind of, rubbish we are going to read with regards to this. Earlier it was in politics, they were very friendly, they were doing whatnot. And now they have come back to their little television at home. So now she has decided, now with the fact that after 25 years, she's going to bring it back. And she said that they're going to bring back all the nostalgia, with this. So suddenly there seems to be, some sort of an effort to make Ekta Kapoor, whitewash Ekta Kapoor. And so the effort is being made by her friend to make sure that this, woman and her past is being rubbed off. Dhanashri. Welcome, Dhanashri. So you remember, Ekta Kapoor and Smriti were the first ones to react even before the news came on with regards to Sushant Singh Rajput's death. And they jumped on the wagon and they said, oh, they, gone too soon and blah, blah, blah. The usual Bollywood language that they use. And then even crying with regards to this, that suicide angle to some of the interviewers. That's what Smriti did. But people are intelligent. They know what happened, Smriti. And they have also Ekta, what happened to Sushant Singh Rajput has been documented by the public. Now, whether the courts or the police or whoever are in your hands, doesn't really matter, does it? It's the conscience of the public that's important. And nobody believes you. And it's a fact. Dhanashri says this show of Ekta set a worst landmark in Indian television industry. And I remember, see, people in Kerala used to watch these serials in Malayalam. And people like, the older generation would say that, do these people actually wear makeup and go to sleep? In such expensive dresses and saris and all that. So this is the kind of culture that this woman has brought, plus the half, dressed characters. Fennel says, Ekta Kapoor is a witch queen who has made all these serials and vulgar movies and stuck loads of money in her house. Don't forget the fact that she is the one who introduced certain porn actors into the Hindi scene. You know who I'm talking about. And they regularized such women, and today they are the item dancers in Bollywood. We're proud of you, Meena man, for speaking the truth without fear. Thank you, and keep up the spirit. We back you. Yes, I'm so grateful to all of you, Violet, that you are not only supporting but also standing for the truth. Ekta Kapoor has become an Ekta Kapoor now. Yes, and you remember when Ram Kapoor or Ram, I don't know who that guy is, who was in many of Ekta's serials. Now he also made fun of Smriti's size, and he said that she was as big as me because Ram lost a lot of weight. Whether it's because of Ozempic, we don't know. But he said that when she came into this, she once she was in the serial, then as the serial went there, she became bigger than me. So I don't know what these people are, all about. He then later says that he has made money for the next three generations. So where is this money all coming from? And is this what now Smriti is also going to get? A lot of money? Since Ekta Kapoor is busy making people rich? Is the next question. So moving on to the next piece of news. Now we're talking about another weird character. At a time when Bollywood has been struggling to bring audiences back to the theatres post the pandemic, Nikhil Kamath, the Zerodha co-founder, thinks the solution might lie in something humble and beloved as a plate of local good biryani. In a tweet that stirred both food analogies and film industry introspection, he stated that he would prefer a plate of good local biryani over a Michelin star quality fancy restaurant 99 times out of 100. His post was backed by a 12-slide research thread from FinFlow. The research stated that Bollywood's path to revival doesn't lie in global validation or artistic perfection. Instead, it lies in reconnecting with India's emotional palette through films that feel like a plate of good biryani, accessible, flavorful, and made for the masses. Now, this person who has, been seen as a failure many times, and who was the boyfriend to Riya Chakravarti or whatever, what else, you can also assume there are other angles to her friendship with men. Now, this man is going to give us gyan on what we should, consume or what we should enjoy. This is a height of stupidity, isn't it? So we end on this note where you have a bunch of fools trying to advise the normal man. I saw this star they used in occult practices in some current show. Obviously, they are heavily into it. Okay. Uh, he has typical Ozempic face. Yes, absolutely. So with that, we end this session. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.